Hello and welcome to the Stamp Camp online techniques class. Today's technique is going to be the baby wipe technique. And to do that you need a paper plate or a plate of some sort. And then you're going to need some baby wipes. I just got mine from the local dollar store, so there's no really brand, it doesn't really matter. You're going to take a wad of the baby wipes and fold them in half so you have a nice size pad. Then you're going to take your re-inkers and you're going to make your color ink pad. And I'm using Certainly Sowery, Wisteria Wonder, and Elegant Ink Plant. And I'm just going to start with the lightest color, the Certainly Sowery, and I'm just doing some dots. And then I'm going to fill in the different areas with the Wisteria Wonder. And then I'm going to come in and just do a few drops of the darker eggplant. You don't want to do more than 2 or 3 colors because then it will muddy all together and you're not going to like your colors as well. I like to use a more solid image stamp. We're going to use the butterfly from the Papillion Potpourri stamp set. You can do this with an outline image and then it would look like this. This is more solid, this is more outline. So either way works. Personally, I just like this more solid images. Next, because I'm going to double layer my butterflies, I'm going to just ink my stamp, and stamp, ink, and stamp, ink, and stamp. So I have a couple butterflies on my scrap paper. Then what I did was I took the Oval Accents Bigs clear die and I cut out a piece out of the Whisper White. And now I'm going to stamp my butterflies on here as well. Stamp that. And if you turn your pad and ink it, you'll get your butterflies will have different ink colors. So those. And then in the same stamp set as your little antenna, I just use this as my ink pad again and stamp my little antenna. And then I just took a sponge and I can use this as my ink pad for sponging as well. And then I just come around. Like that. I'm going to take my ink pad away a minute and I'm going to come in with my butterfly punch that coordinates with the stamp set. And I'm going to punch out 2 of those butterflies. And every time you do this, they will always be different just because the placement of your drops and how many drops you use. And then I'm going to take a glue dot just in the center and I'm going to place my butterfly over the top. Oops. Keep ripping. These glue dots are strong. Place my butterfly over the top. Can fan out his wings like that. I like to give my butterflies a little bling, so I come in and I want 4 jewels. And so I cut the line with 4 and then I just pick up 1. And I get the whole string of 4, which makes it easier to place the 4 in, rather than doing them all at one at a time. Oops. Broke my strand. And then, whoops. Okay, I'm going to cut 4 again. Pick up my 4 in the strand. center. And there I have my beautiful butterflies. Now what I did was I took the same die and I cut it into certainly celery. I want to make a mat for my stamped piece there. So I take the image and I line up the points in the cutting blade tracks, and then I just cut it in half. Then what I do is I just fold it in half so they're equal, and I cut these tips off like that. Flip my image upside down and apply my adhesive to the back. And then I just want a little bit of the green showing. Like so, okay. Then I took some Wisteria Wonder and I ran it through the Bake Shot in our new Lacy Brocade folder. It's in the holiday catalog. And then I'm making this just a card front because it's going to go on my technique booklet page. So I have it, the Elegant Ink Plant is my card base. Just going to stick this on there. And then for this, I am going to, I know they will lay flat in my book, but I just want them poked up for now. And I'm going to put a dimensional center that. Put my wings up. And there you have your card. Now this is done the other way, and on this one I use the different folder. It's the fancy fan folder, and I had it going up and down. So either direction, very pretty. So now you're going to take this and you're going to attach it to your technique page. I double-sided my technique pages, so whenever I do the technique, I put a sample card on my page. And I also will do the technique in the book on the cardstock. So you can double side your technique pages, or you can do each separately. But there you go. That's the technique for today, baby wipe. Thanks for stopping by.